Hello, hello, and welcome to Wisdom from Within. I come here every single week to empower you, to inspire you, to know that the wisdom inside of you is the guidance that you need to step into your life in the fullest way, to make the tough decisions that you need, to create the curriculum you want for your students, to create or design the vision for your team. The wisdom from within is your guiding light. It is the most reliable resource for you. And the thing is, we do not spend enough time with the signals and the sensations and the signs because we're not empowered from a young age to know that this is intelligence. This is truly intelligence within you that is meant to guide you. This intelligence is fueled by your truth, by your lived experience. And this conversation is all about inspiring you to shift the perspective, to think a little differently about the emotions that you have inside of you, to not dismiss them, but lean in with curiosity and compassion to try to understand what it is these messages are trying to tell you. So, a quick story. I'm going to start with that. When I was in my late 20s, I was invited to dinner with John F. Kennedy Jr. and his wife, Caroline Bessette Kennedy. And I was with my boyfriend at the time, who was friends with the family. And I said no. I said no to this invitation, not because I was busy, not because I had other plans. I said no because my body was screaming at me that I didn't belong there. My body was saying, or my mind was saying, I should say, you're not smart enough, which is a story that I carried with me from childhood because intelligence was measured by SAT scores. And that made a huge imprint because I didn't do well on those scores, on those tests. And I carried that with me for close to 2 decades. And it was debilitating. And it culminated with this experience. But the thing is, it wasn't that I wasn't smart enough. It wasn't that I wasn't worthy enough. It was that I was scared. I was scared. I realized when I said no that it was because I didn't believe in myself. That was the sign. That was my body saying, you don't believe in yourself. And if you don't start believing in yourself, this is the pattern that you're going to create and continue to nurture in your life. And it was that night, after 20 years of saying no, of not thinking that I was smart enough, that I was done. That was my tipping point. And I leaned in differently. I leaned in with curiosity. And I realized that this was just a story and it was fake. It was not real, that my intelligence was my intelligence. And I just needed to get to know what it was. And so my life changed at that moment because I started to listen. I started listening to my body, not thinking or believing these stories that were in my head, because that's what our mind can do. It can hijack us out of our truth. But the truth is within us. Those emotions are telling us things. They're guiding us back into who we truly are. So today, I'm going to teach you about these signals so that when you feel them, you will feel empowered to listen instead of just taking it at face value and going in that direction, because that is society. That's society telling you should feel and be a certain way, when the truth is there's so much more. So here are some of the signals that you might feel in a day. And I want to just call your attention to them. So physical sensations, when your body feels tight or your throat starts to feel tight, or your stomach starts to feel like it's just all twisted up, like there's a pit in there, there's tension in your shoulders, or there's warmth spreading throughout your heart, or there's butterflies in your stomach, or a heaviness or a lightness, I am sure you get the picture because you have felt these sensations before. Well, these are not just random sensations. These are messages being sent to you about what is right, what is not, and what needs your attention. So if you feel like a tightness or a constriction in your chest, in your throat, in your stomach, maybe something isn't aligned. So pay attention. If you feel expansion and opening, your chest is opening, your breath is deepening, maybe your body is saying, this is right. Keep going. If you feel a heaviness or fatigue, feeling weighted down or exhausted, you're carrying something that might not be yours. Or what about lightness, energy, feeling expansive and alive? This is what lights you up. This is the path for you, right? So I invite you to pay attention. Pay attention to when your body has these sensations. So the second part are your emotions. These are messengers. These are messengers telling you, again, similar to the sensations, what is right, what is not, and what needs your attention. We have been taught by society that emotions are a problem to fix, like don't cry, calm down, you're too sensitive. But emotions aren't the obstacles, they're not the problem. They're the messengers. And when you suppress them and keep them down, you're closing down the wisdom inside of you. You're closing down the greatest guidance, your partner that you have. So when you feel angry, for example, maybe you feel angry because there was a boundary that was crossed and something needs to change. If you feel sad, maybe that just simply means that something matters to you. So why not honor the loss or the sad instead of trying to wish it away? Or when you're fearful, pay attention because something needs your awareness. Not always, but maybe it's like time to just kind of wake up. Or joy. This is a feeling of alignment. This is a feeling of yes. So I want you to do more of that. Or when you're anxious, this is when a lot of times you're disconnected from your body. You have been hijacked out. You're anxious because of these external voices that are coming at you. Or overwhelm is absolutely a valid emotion, and maybe it's saying we're doing too much. So again, I invite you to pay attention. Pay attention to all of it. Then there is the intuitive knowing, because this one is very interesting because it's not logical. It's intuitive. It's not loud. It's quiet. It's a knowing. It's that feeling of like when you walk into a room and you feel like something is off. You know it. You know something is off because you feel it in your gut. Or when you meet someone for the very first time and you're like, I feel like I've known them forever. This is your body speaking to you. So I continue to say, I invite you to pay attention because so often we dismiss it, especially with the intuitive knowing, because we can't prove it. We can't explain it. So we may dismiss it and not think that it's real. And definitely other people do. So then we just push it aside. We wait for the logic to catch up. And we also look for external validation. I know that I've done that many times in my life. I am not guilty of all of this. It took me a really long time to get into my body and to trust the intuitive guidance, to trust the sensations as signals, to trust the emotions as telling me what is right, what is not, and what needs my attention. So I'm going to share a little bit of research around all of this so that you can understand the importance that this is rooted in science. This is rooted in research. Those things that I just talked about, that internal language, that internal knowing, is real. So your nervous system processes information before your conscious thought. Your body responds to situations before your conscious mind even registers what's happening. So it's just like what I was saying, that gut knowing. That is your nervous system reading your cues before your mind catches up. Now, we need the mind. Mindset is very important, but body set is what informs the mind. So we have to pay attention to our nervous system. Research shows that your nervous system detects threats, feeling safe and not safe, or feeling out of alignment before your conscious mind kicks in. It's just like that example. Think about it. When you walk into that room and your body knows something is off or something feels aligned. I'm sure you have felt this before. You may have just ignored it. I'm inviting you to start listening. Now, I'm going to teach you and share with you a little bit of my practice. It's a body set practice that helps you tap in to the wisdom from within. And this practice is called the power of gesture. And you may have heard about this before, but I'm going to share a little bit about it with you now. Before I show you the practice, I'm going to explain that in your hands, you have approximately 40,000 nerve endings that send signals to the brain on a feedback loop all day long. So what this means is that you have the power within you to shift how you feel and also unlock the wisdom so you can understand what it is that's happening inside of your body. So your hands can help you calm the nervous system. Because you're sending signals to your brain all day long, you can create intentional hand gestures that will send signals to the brain to relax the nervous system so you can get calm and clear and be able to listen to that wisdom from within. Okay? So we have that piece. The other piece I want to share with you, I know this is a lot, but I hope that I'm breaking it down for you in a way that you can understand. It's really just to empower you to know you got a lot going on inside of you. You got a lot of wisdom that's trying to talk to you all day long. And you have a practice that I'm going to teach you that will help you unlock all of that. Calm the angst, calm the external noise so that you can hear what's really going on inside of you. I also want to explain that there are two forms of intelligence within you that are innate. And they're very important that you know that you have this, because you can use these forms of intelligence to tap into the wisdom we're talking about. You have kinesthetic intelligence. That is your body's physical ability to learn, process, and communicate. So when we use our hands, we're using our kinesthetic intelligence. Okay, it's a very basic explanation at this moment, but I want you to understand that. And if you want to learn more about this, I'm here for it. I have a lot of information to share with you, but know this, that you can use your hands. Your hands are the catalyst to help you unlock all of this intelligence within you. And you can do this practice. It is a practice. And every time you do it, you'll get better and better. Okay. The second part is the emotional intelligence. This is real. I want you to know this is real. Daniel Goleman and many other experts have done a deep dive into emotional intelligence. And when emotional intelligence and kinesthetic intelligence are activated together, research shows that leadership performance increases by 90%. And I am not talking about just corporate leadership. I'm talking about leadership in your parenting, leadership in your work, leadership in your relationships. You are a leader. If you are influencing anyone else in this world, a child, a relationship, a partner, yourself, and you are a leader, a self leader, an empowered leader. You are a leader. So you want to tap into your emotional intelligence. And there are 5 pillars of emotional intelligence. I'm not going to go into that right now. I just want you to know that there's a lot of layers to it and there's a lot of research behind it. And you have it innately. We all do. And we just need to get better at it. Let me explain what it is because I haven't told you yet. So emotional intelligence is our natural ability to communicate, to not communicate, mistake, to manage and connect and understand our emotions and be able to hear those of others. So what that means is when you're a parent, you have your own emotions, you know how you feel, you know what your values are, you know where you stand, and you can hear the emotions of your children. You have space for them. They can share with you authentically, vulnerably, honestly, and you're going to hold them in high regard. You're able to do both. This translates into teams. When you're a leader at work, you're able to manage your own emotions, create your own vision, have attachment to that, and have the emotional awareness of others. So in this practice, to connect to the wisdom from within, we use this bodyset practice, this tool, the hands, to help us unlock, understand, awaken, listen to the wisdom from within. We are able to do that by activating our kinesthetic and emotional intelligence. We're able then to tap in and hear what's going on inside and learn about our truth and navigate our life. Okay, so how it works is this. It's a body set to reset. So I will explain. Whenever you're feeling anxious, worried, out of alignment in any way, right? Fearful, scared, nervous, whatever it is, you body set. So you body set by placing one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and you close your eyes. This might seem so simple, but this is the piece that people forget to do. We ignore it. Oh, we push it away. Oh, I shouldn't feel that. Oh, I'm anxious. Why am I so anxious? She's not anxious. He's not anxious. Why am I nervous to get up and do that presentation? We start questioning ourselves instead of honoring ourselves. So this practice is about honoring. So pause with this. I want you to remember all that I just shared with you in a very short 18 minutes is a little bit of science and a little bit of understanding about what is going on inside of your body. You deserve to listen. Your body needs you to listen, and you can through this practice. It is a choice. So you're nervous to do a presentation. You're nervous to have a conversation that you've been dreading. You body set. Heart, belly, close your eyes. This part is about noticing. So this is where my acronym comes in. Reset. R. Recognize. That's all you have to do. If that's all you do in a day, amazing. We don't need to climb the mountain. We don't need to jump a million steps ahead. We need to recognize, notice, care for these emotions that we have inside of us. That's R. E. We embody. So I'm anxious. I'm about to get on this stage and I'm really nervous. I'm about to go have this really tough conversation with my partner that I've been dreading. I need to tell him or her what I've been feeling, and I don't like controversy and I'm very nervous. Okay. So we're here in R. We recognize and we see and feel the emotion. So it's anxiety, let's just say. I'm going to do this. You embody with a hand gesture. Any gesture. It could be this. It could be this. Where do you feel it in your body? Embody the energy. Embody the emotion. Give it a voice. That's what this is. We are honoring, we are giving this emotion an opportunity to just express. We want ourselves to express. Otherwise, it stays stuck in our body, and that is not good for you. It is not good for anyone. Body set. Recognize, embody. C. S is C. See yourself in a calm place. See yourself at the park, on the beach, walking your dog, whatever it is, see yourself there. So we go from this, I see myself calm. The second E, I embody. I embody the joy that I know I'm capable of feeling. And T is transform. You did it. You transformed your angst into joy, your confusion into clarity, your upset into calm. You have the power within you to shift how you feel in an instant with your hands. Your hands are the tool to send the message to the brain to then calm the nervous system so you can have the clarity to then have the confidence to go do the thing you need to do. That's it. It is simple, but it is layered. And I'm not taking away anything from anyone about how complicated our emotions can be. But this is a practice. And once you harness this practice, you harness your power. You harness your ability to do anything. It's just your truth. That's all it is. Your body is telling you, reminding you of who you truly are. And it is up to you to listen. If you want to have the most fruitful, joyful life that's fulfilling, this is what you need to do. You need to body set. You need to get curious. You need to give these parts of you an opportunity to speak so they can express and move and teach you and remind you about who you are. Yep, that's my message to you. I hope you hear it. I am here for you. Please send me any questions, concerns, things you want to hear more about. This is important. This conversation matters. It is the key ingredient to not just you living a full life, but the people around you living a full life. Can you imagine? Because what happens is when you start living your truth, you become an example to others. And then that is where you make huge impact. Your children start to see what it is to live empowered, honest, authentic. Your teams at work, your family, your friends. So without even trying, you're serving the world. So I invite you to begin today. Body set to reset. Okay, I'll see you next week. I'm excited to hear from you. Please email me at jen@jenax.com. I want to hear all your thoughts. I want to hear that you tried body set to reset and you felt something. You felt a shift. I want to hear all about it. Okay. I'll see you next week on Wisdom from Within.